Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all, and welcome to our auction today of 2 Warburton Street here in Narrabundah. On behalf of Ray White Canberra, window treatments, and anything of a fixed and permanent nature that's been supplied in either the electronic brochure or on the contract for sale. Now, there is a little bit of flexibility with regard to the settlement date. It's nominated as 30 days, but I believe there are agreements up to 60 days. And the payment of deposit will be as agreed, just always on the understanding that no matter what, 10% is always at risk. So that's your contract for sale. Look, I had the opportunity to speak to the owner today and also inspected the property itself. But here's an example of not only a desirable urban residence, but also a very desirable and convenient lifestyle that's been made available to you. Speaking to the owner, she said that wrapped inside this fairly newly established home for the area is a home of warmth and welcome, a place of gathering. She sold some lovely stories of the abundance of natural light that streamed into the home, just how enjoyable that was, and also the privacy that the location offered. She also talked glowingly about those walks to the Narrabundah shops, the Griffith shops, along those tree-lined streets. Also commented very favourably on just how private the residence was. But certainly that sense of warmth and welcome that pervades the home is a very attracting selling point. So to the registered bidders amongst you, as I say, I wish you all the very best, and I open it for your consideration. 2 Warburton Street here in Narrabundah. What do you say to start me with? Opening bidder offer here. Just looking for an opening bid. Give you a moment to think.
800.
800 and welcome to the bidding. I've got bidder number 1 at 800,000. The bid's at 800. I'd love to take it to 900 if I could at this point in proceedings, but it's your money, it's your call. I've got an opening bid of $800,000. What do you say? $800,000 a bid with bidder number 1. Sir, can I invite you in? Can I tempt you in to take me up to 900? What do you think? Bid's at $800,000. It's the opening bid with bidder number 1. 800 we have. The bid's at 800.
Yep, no worries.
So what would you like to do? Just get some instruction. Bids with you at 8. I think it's important to explain too that the representation here, the bidders that we have, are not necessarily only the only ones that are interested in the property. So I think here's your opportunity to put your best foot forward. I've got a bid here of 808. I'm just looking for an increased bid. $800,000 the bid once. $800,000 the bid twice. Third and final time. Bid's at 800 at the moment. We're just getting some instruction from the underbidder. Nathan, can I just have a word with you for a second? Thanks for your patience. Just had a brief discussion with the listing agent. We're just discussing now with the highest bidder, but also getting some instruction. Look, I think it's important too to just explain at this point in time with regard to the auctions. This is certainly the interest from the people that are in a position to make a bid at auction under auction terms. obviously there's no doubt with a property like this.
A vendor bid of 900.
Okay, so I'm registering a one-off vendor bid at $900,000, which is certainly very reasonable in consideration for not only the sales that have taken place in the area, but also with regard to the volunteered buyer interest that we've enjoyed today. I've got a vendor bid at $900,000. Can I tempt you back at $950,000?
They started at 800.
Appreciate your patience. As I say, I've got a vendor bid at $900,000. I'm looking for an increase. I've asked for $950,000 to move it forward.
Yeah. So it needs to be so you've got a vendor bid of 900.
900 we have. Can we tempt you in? Tempt you back, I should say. It's at 900 at the moment as we speak, and it's with the vendor.
So if you place another bid now, you are from there, then there may be another bid on top of that. Or the property may sell, or the property may
$900,000
pass.
is the bid that we have as we speak.
So at the moment, we're holding $900,000.
Okay, so we've just got a few discussions taking place. Look, as I say, if you have any questions with regard to this too, and you're able to tap in with regard to one of the agents that's a nominated bidder, happy to answer them for you. We've got a vendor bid at $900,000 as we speak. Have two bidders interested in the property at this stage. Just getting some instruction, just getting some guidance on what we'll do moving forward. As I say, if you're there, you've viewed in. Doesn't hurt to talk a little bit more about the lifestyle at the Home Office too. I think that one of the great things about the inner south is that you've not only got desirable homes and attractive lifestyles, but also it's just that convenience of that proximity of the land, but also those broad streetscapes that exist within the neighbourhood. The owner also took great delight in explaining how good the neighbours were, the locals, said they were very friendly and engaging. And time of tenure is a good demonstration of that. Certainly not a lot of sales taking place in this area at the time. Okay. So I've got a vendor bid at $900,000. Just going to get some instructions moving forward. So they wouldn't like to give me, just nudge me at $950,000 or something like that. They wouldn't be tempted in.
Just to confirm, you would have been prepared to put $954,000? Very likely the sale next door at 1-1.
Just to explain the process too, we're short of our nominated reserve, which I'm sure you can appreciate. We've registered a vendor bid at $900,000. We're looking at moving that forward, taking a bit of $950,000 to keep things underway. And as I say, these aren't just random numbers. These are certainly opinions or feedback and numbers nominated from the feedback that we've had, and certainly the interest that's been displayed in the home. I think that's an important thing to acknowledge with respect to this. Okay. Bids at $900,000 with the vendor for the first call, and we will pass the property. The bid's at $900,000, second call,
This is the last
and
opportunity.
to pass the
to
property.
place a bid for her.
The third and final time, just going to give you a moment. I know that this is an unconventional approach with the online auction, but the third and final time at $900,000 with the vendor.
That will be the final opportunity. You sure?
Okay, I'm just going to get a decision from the other bidder with regard to that. We're just at the third call at $900,000. Are we all out? We all silent? We all done? Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the absence of continued interest here, and as I say, for those of you that may have been able to view in that have conditional interest in the property, please let that interest be known to Nathan and Marissa. They'd certainly like to talk to you. But at the third and final time at $900,000, I'm going to pass to Warburton Street in, and we will negotiate afterwards. Ladies and gentlemen, look, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of things. And if you have any questions, as I say, please feel free to make a call to Nathan or Marissa. They'd be happy to help you out. Thanks very much for your time. I wish you all the best for the rest of your day.